Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow day trade setup for today. So some interesting trades that are brewing at the moment, but we'll get to those at the end of the video on the lower time frame. So at first, let's just look at the structure and see what we have on the Dow Jones today. So yesterday was pretty much a down day, with buyers coming in off this area here, and that is 34,241. Now you can see there is a lot of support at this area, and you can see that's pretty true of what's happened. I just want to make a little note here for us so we know that that is, oh come on man, sorry guys, there we go, there. Right, so that is not perfect, but that is the high of this 8-hour bar, and that's going to become pretty critical when we move down through the time frames. So before we do that, let's just get to the monthly, because this is critical. So we have a red hanging man brewing on the monthly. That is not very bullish. Look at our oscillators at the moment. They are grouped to the upside, extremely overbought, and look at how far away we are from the moving averages. Now ideally I would like to see a 13% fall, because that's the area there that I think offers the most opportunity to buy into, and that's 29,500, or probably around 30,000. That's kind of my view at the moment. Not something that I want to be piling in long at the moment up here, and you know, going on holiday and waiting and coming back in 2 months' time to see how much money I've made. So let's just get down through the time frames. That's the important part. So the first thing here is this trend line. I just want to tidy it up a bit. Okay, so that is the first trend line. So you can see last week was a strong move up, bit of a consolidation middle week, and then another strong move into the close, straight into resistance here, and that resistance was around 34,466. Now we do have a moving average crossover at the moment. That is our 8-hour high. Look at my oscillators on the 3-hour, all starting to group nicely for an opportunity to buy off trend. If we start moving back down to the hour, you're going to see trend line has been adhered to. There's a bit of a different picture here. So we are below the 33 EMA, and we are sort of hovering the 66 EMA at the moment. No crossover or anything like that, but you can see the oscillators started moving up, but prices going sideways. So with all of that in mind, if you look at the 8-hour, we are overbought. If you look at the 3-hour, we are not, we're quite kind of okay, but it is heading towards an area where we are oversold. Now on the hour, we are sort of oversold, but we've come off it, so we're pretty much neutral. But have a careful look at the oscillators here. We've got a crossover, which is pointing down, and that will be the faster moving average. No, sorry, the slower moving, slower oscillator, and the faster oscillator will be moving to the upside. So basically, what's brewing at the moment, if I can find a picture that's similar to, I don't think we have one recently, but basically what's brewing is that this oscillator is to stay down here. This one's going to run to the top and then cross the top, which is going to indicate a bearish move. So, and I know those that watch me often don't hear me say this, but there's definitely a lot of warning signs here, and there is potentially a consolidation here, and a break below that consolidation gives us a fairly strong move to the downside. And when I say fairly strong, take it in context of what this is, it should be around a 250 point move to the downside. So the reason why I put that high in there was because that's my stop area, and what I'm looking for is a break and retest. And I think what we can do is just delete that. And you're going to have to be careful, because what's going to happen here is the bulls are going to try and trap you. So at the moment we are finding support here. So the bulls will be looking for opportunity to buy into this. The trend is strong. There's no reason to be panicking. So you should be buying off here with your stops below these swing lows. So I'm looking at this a little bit differently. If we get above here, and that is 34,331, 34,330. If we get a sort of a 15-minute close above that, I'll wait for some kind of test of that area, and then I'm looking for a move back to the upside. First area will be 34,466. Second area will be onto this trend line here. Or what you can do actually is just draw that trend line, and that's probably going to be your area to take your profit. Small move. Nothing really to write home about there. 120 points, so that's decent. But I am looking at a break below 34.24 because it's going to break a trend line. I'm looking for a retest of that, and then for a move to the downside. And for that, we'll be on the 15-minute chart, watching what's going on. You can see we've got a moving average crossover at the moment in the 15-minute, and we're at the level here. So that's kind of my view at the moment. There is a gap here. No, sorry, there isn't. So, no, there is. It closed up there, it opened down here. So there's quite a massive gap up here. So just pay attention to this level as well. That's 34,325. 34,325. Get above it. That gets above the moving averages and all again. Then you're looking for a move back to the top of this trend line. If you break this trend line here, or this level here to the downside, 34,241, you're looking for an opportunity to sell into this. Stop is going to be above this area as well, which is 34,330. So 34,330 is your key area for the longs, and also your stop area for any shorts that you may trigger. But we're looking at the 50-minute, that's the view that I have. And looking at the DAX, I think that's what's going to transpire in Europe today, or this morning at least, is a little bit of downside. So yeah, let's try to capitalize on it if we can. Just keep our stops really tight, and my advice when you're trading against the trend like this, keep a really short position, small position, sorry, you will be short, but you know, take a third of your normal position size, or even a tenth of your normal position size, just because you are scalping against the bigger trend. So if you do lose, it's not the end of the world. Okay, anyway, that's my view at the moment. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.